Today we're going to talk about Vegas, baby.
Mayday, 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 Mayday.
Hey family, my name is Aisha May and this is Mayday. On this segment of the channel, I bring you along on my musical journey as well as my journey traveling across the US in my RV with my husband, son, and dog. Vegas. I have been to Vegas 2 times before. Once on a girls trip and again to get married to Mr. May. Yes, we did get married in Las Vegas. So of course, those were very adult experiences and those, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas types of trips. But this time we were going back with Kyle as a family trip. And this was our first time really experiencing Vegas as a family. And it's so different than the Vegas turn up that people are used to. And the other 2 times that I went to Vegas, I felt like after day 2, it was like, get me the heck out of here. Like, this is too much. I've been up the entire time. I haven't slept. Like, just get me out of here. But this was so different. There's tons of family activities that you can do. The parks there are beautiful. The traffic there is really good that I experienced. I know that on the highway, when people work like during the rush hour and everything, the traffic is a whole lot worse. But we stayed off. We weren't on the strip, but we were close to the strip. We could get to the strip in like 10 minutes or so. There were so many things to do though. You can run over to the Bellagio and see the light show or the gardens. We got to go to Fremont Street and these women, dressed in their craziness, wanted to take a picture with Kyle so much, but he was like, no, they're big girls. They're big girls. I don't want to take a picture with them. So that was cool. Saw some street performers and everything. We were there during Halloween. So instead of going trick-or-treating, there was a fair. And that was during COVID. Everybody was wearing masks and everything, even outdoors. But yeah, there was a fair with rides and food and everything that a fair would have. And all the kids were dressed up in their Halloween costumes. And they just had a good time. Kyle linked up with some kids there and wound up, hanging out with them for the night for the most part. And, who knew that Vegas had that? We also went to Moapa Valley Farms, which is outside of Vegas. And they have a corn maze and hay rides and like pig races and like all those like country kind of things that you do, pumpkin patches and everything. And we spent the day there and it was just a great time and completely different than the typical Vegas experience that people think of. So many families just enjoying themselves. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Vegas. I was really pleasantly surprised by it. And I often say that in my videos about how you cannot have assumptions about an area. Now, I had a little bit more assumptions about that because I had been there a few times, but I just had never experienced it in this way. When we went, we actually didn't stay in our RV. We gave our RV a rest for a while and we stayed at a resort the entire time. The RV was parked right outside, but that didn't really change, I think, our experience because there was an RV park right next door to the resort that we were staying at, that we could have stayed at, and we actually called, but they were completely sold out and it just wasn't an option. And as much as we enjoyed spreading out and everything, having 2 bathrooms and, a full kitchen, we were all ready to get back in the RV. And this was pre-Benji. As crazy as that sounds, we were just like, okay, let's get back home now, back in the RV. But yeah, I mean, that was awesome. The food was really good. Better than what I thought it was going to be. Like, I went to Vegas before and the food was not all that great. But when we went back, the food was bomb. Like, we had this place called Big Jerk. They have Jamaican food. Now the platters are really small for the price. Not what I'm used to in Philly, and definitely not what my husband is used to from South Florida. But, you know, the food was like really, really good. We kept going to this place called Dirt Dog. Now this was before we went vegan, because we're vegan now. But at the time we were going to this place called Dirt Dog. It's a hot dog place, but it's just really like the best hot dogs. I don't know what they put. They must put something in those hot dogs, but those hot dogs were so good. And we were just going there all the time. It was horrible. We were being so bad, but it was so good. So good. Another thing that really shocked me about Vegas was the number of Black people that I saw there. I had no idea that there were like so many, and then people who had been there for a very long time. So they were like, yeah, I was raised here, or I was born here. And then there are a lot that went there from California. Like there's a huge influx of people going into Vegas from California, like fleeing California because of how expensive it is. Overall, we met all kinds of different people, all types of different backgrounds. Again, the kids played with Kyle just fine. There were no issues at all. The people were nice. It's just that West Coast vibe that's just like so different. I'm not going to say it's better than the East. So East Coast people don't like bite my head off. We went to the Valley of Fire. Absolutely stunning. Like you can spend the entire day there just in awe. Like it is just an absolutely beautiful, peaceful place right outside of Las Vegas. It's not that far away. And we also went to Red Rock, another place that's very beautiful. My husband and I went there when we got married, but we just figured we'd, you know, swing on back by and, you know, just to have an activity and go hiking or something. But yeah, that was pretty much our experience in Las Vegas. If you had a different experience, if you came as a family, or if there's something that I missed that I have to check out the next time I go, because I would absolutely go back to Vegas again, let me know in the comment section, and maybe one day I'll be able to do a review on it. That's about it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, be blessed, and remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Unless you're coming with your family, then that's different.
Remember, it's not done yet. Like, comment, subscribe. There will be no messing up this time.
Maybe there'll be no messing up this time.